Welcome back to MBA Monday. It's interview season, and all this month I've got tips to help you crush your MBA interviews. Today I'm talking about why you need to stop trying to impress MBA interviewers and what you can do instead. Hi everyone, I'm Angela, MBA coach, career coach, and someone who is dedicated to helping you build a career you love through business school, if that's the path you've chosen. One of the most critical skills that you will use almost every day, if not every single day, many times over in your career, both pre and post MBA, is the ability to establish a human connection and to build a relationship with someone that you are working with, are going to work with, or who you're hoping will give you an opportunity to work with them. This last example is a job interview, or in the case at hand, an MBA interview. But the rules are the same across all kinds of relationship building. Humans like to connect with other humans. People like to work with people they like. MBA interviewers like to admit MBA applicants that they like, that they're going to be happy to have as members of their future alumni community, that they're bringing into this world that is part theirs and someday part yours. That means that the very most important thing that you can do in your MBA interview is form that human connection. I've made so many videos on this subject. I've actually even written almost an entire book about it. If you'd like to download a free chapter of my book, Interview Hero, you can do that at the link on the screen. I'll also put it in the description below. And there's probably also a QR code right above my head so that you can go and download the chapter of that book that is most relevant to the conversation we're having today. And that is really about the friendship mindset. So whenever you're approaching any professional interaction, whether it's a high stakes, high pressure one, or just a casual water cooler conversation with someone in your office that you've never met before, you really want to have the friendship mindset in mind. That means you want to be thinking about how this person already is your friend. They're just someone you haven't met yet or you haven't had a conversation with yet. In your MBA interview, that means that you need to treat your interviewer like a friend, like someone who's a peer, someone where there's already mutual respect and affinity. And your goal in that interview is really just to help them get to know you better so that they can do their job, meaning they can go back and report meaningful information about you and advocate for your candidacy at the MBA program that you're interviewing for. You want to help them do that job as well as possible as your friend. If you're trying to impress them, you're going to sabotage your ability to make a genuine human connection. Because just think about all the times you've had conversations with someone who was trying to prove something to you or trying to convince you of something or trying to make you like them and think they were great. You may have ended up liking them okay, but you probably didn't really feel like you knew them and that you trusted them. And that's really what schools are screening for in this interview. They already have your resume. They know your achievements. They know you're qualified to graduate from their MBA program. What they're looking for is calm, grounded leadership in this interview. And the way your interviewer reports on the experience is going to give them all the information they need to make that part of the decision. And if you're trying to impress them, they'll be left with the impression that maybe you're impressive, maybe you're a little bit defensive, maybe you're not all that confident in yourself. There's a whole spectrum of reactions they will have if you're overthinking your answers, if you are over-scripting defensive approaches to all the different questions they're going to ask, if you've polished and memorized all your answers so that you come off as a little bit robotic. They're going to have all kinds of responses to that, but none of them will be genuine affinity. a feeling of wanting to know you more and to have you in their community. So what confident applicants do, without even necessarily really realizing that they're doing it, is they're creating a mutual connection. They're listening. They're shaping their answer around the question as it is asked by the person and where it flows in the conversation based on what they've already said. It's a two-way exchange between two equal individuals. This is what you want to aim for in your MBA interview. If that sounds challenging or difficult, it's not really. The truth is, you already know how to communicate and you already know how to make friends. You've done it countless times in your life. The problem is, you're going to go out there and you're going to attempt to follow the advice that you're going to find on the internet or through AI or even through some other very well-intentioned admissions consultants that are going to tell you to script out your answers, to videotape yourself and nitpick your body language to make sure that the 80% of communication that's nonverbal is as good as it can be. All of this is a form of trying to impress the interviewer. So you need to let that go and instead focus on building a connection. You also need to think through your answers to the core MBA questions that you might get so that you're not stuck in the conversation without an answer ready to hand. You want the conversation to flow effortlessly and you want to be able to express yourself naturally. So go download our MBA interview readiness checklist to check out all the questions that are going to come up so that you can begin preparing your answers and you can move into that conversation confident and just ready to show up and be yourself. In the end, your MBA interview shouldn't feel like an audition. It should feel like a friendly conversation amongst friends. If you're the kind of person who likes to overthink things, or maybe you hate to overthink things, but you can't stop doing it, and you're really, really nervous that you're going to go into your MBA interview and not perform up to your best, then you might want to work with an MBA Protocol coach to get you ready to be yourself and shine. Our interview prep services are focused not on polishing and perfecting your candidacy, but on building up your inner confidence so that you can go into that room and express yourself effortlessly and enjoy doing it. I promise you, any amount of effort, time, and money you put into investing into that skill will pay off not only in your MBA interviews, but in every future professional conversation you will have after that. If you want to talk to us about our interview services, you can always do that at mbaprotocol.com/MBA. And while you're down there, hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss any more of my MBA interview tips. I've got another one coming at you next week. I'll see you then. By the way, if you want a friendship mindset-based tip on how to create your walk me through your resume for your MBA interview, check out this video that I posted last week. You might leave the conversation.
Stop.
Battery died.
Battery died.
I was really in a vibe there and I really lost it. I got total blank. No idea what the I said already. No clue. Oh.